More and more students keep pets in the dorms on campus, so that HPU make many pets policies to provide safe and healthy housing with pets for students. Today, Emma here will talk about her pet and her thinking about emotional support animal policy.
I have an American medium hair cat, and he's a tuxedo cat, meaning he's mostly black but has like white on his chest, and he also has like white on his paws and stomach, and it's very cute. I got him from a shelter about 2 years ago.
Keeping pets in the dorm is not an easy thing, and you have to take responsibility to care them well.
Because you do have to spend there are a lot of costs that come along with having a pet. I mean, pet food and litter for a cat on its own are both expensive, since they're things you have to buy, repeatedly. You can't just buy them once or anything like that. But he, provides a lot of companionship and entertainment, and I did adopt him as my own cat. So he is my cat, and therefore it's important for me to learn the responsibility of caring for him on my own, since I claim ownership of him. And I think that's also important because it's a way to kind of add responsibility into my daily life, like folding that in. When you're an adult, you have a lot of responsibilities, like going grocery shopping and cleaning and all that kind of stuff. So, adding a cat or another pet into the lifestyle of a college student, where a lot of those responsibilities haven't really kicked in yet, is a good way to kind of just start that track of having like a daily responsibility that gets you on track.
Right now, the North College townhomes are pet-friendly residence hall. You don't have to have your animal registered as emotional support animal under the school's policy. But for the 2017-2018 year, there will be no dorm on campus has a pet-friendly option.
I can understand why, especially having a cat, when they do things like this and they provide furniture and housing elements for you, there can be a lot of damage inflicted by animals that is hard for owners to prevent, even if they are training their animals to behave differently. And so I can understand why it costs more for the school than it's probably worth for them when they have to, either reupholster or furniture or repaint walls or whatever. It's a disadvantage for me because, again, I don't feel like my cat is qualified really to be registered as an emotional support animal, which is kind of like a lower class service animal. Again, they don't have permission to enter school buildings and that kind of stuff, but they're still regarded as an animal that provides some kind of medical benefit to the owners, whether it's psychological or physical. And my cat doesn't really do that for me, so I don't consider him one of those, and that means that I wouldn't register him, or if I did, I would feel kind of bad about it. And because of that either means that I have to leave him at home and leave him in the care of my parents, which is really not ideal since he's not their cat, and that's again putting the responsibilities of taking care of an animal that they don't own and the cost of taking care of that animal on them, which isn't really fair. And it's also difficult for me because, I do love him as a pet, and I live 2.5 hours away, so I don't get to visit every weekend or whatever. Meaning that, it's long periods of time between when I get to see him, and that's not fun for me either. So it is really inconvenient for me that they're deciding to get rid of that.
Actually, emotional support animal policy is aimed to provide equal access to university housing to all students with qualifying disabilities. But now it seems bother other pet owners. How to make it well for both sides is still be discussed. From HPU, Joanne.